the amount of cash at hand for the business is 50,000 shillings. So all the various transactions business will have recorded. The debit and the total, then you set off. Now this actually forms the starting point of the trial balancer, whereby all these list of closing balances will be used. And then of course with that it becomes the first process towards preparing the final accounts. Thank you.
These televised lectures supplement our robust online learning going on our MKU online platform. You can view more on our televised lectures via our online platform. We are in a digital era, and Mount Kenya University knows this. The following are the steps to follow so as to complete your online application. Download the application form from the website www.mku.ac.ke. Attach copies of your academic certificates and ID. Pay the application fees via M-Pesa pay bill number 270988. Your ID is the account number. 2,000 shillings is the charge for a postgraduate. You can also deposit in the bank accounts provided on the website. Then email all the above to apply@mku.ac.ke.
We value your feedback. Welcome any comments, queries, or complaints regarding our programming content. You can get in touch with us on 0768054491 or send us a message on 22047. You can also send us a letter on Post Office Box 2358 00621 Nairobi, or deliver our office at TV47 office, Ojijo Close off Ojijo Road, Parklands, Nairobi.
Landlord, nimekucheki, lakini kitu moja sishiki change kabla unifanye caretaker. Niko highly qualified and certified kuwa caretaker. Najua silipangi rent. Kwa hivyo najua njia zote za wazee wanakataa kulipa rent. Wanasa nayo. Sasa unajifanya si wewe. Hii namba naijua landlord. Ukinidungia tenje simu anza kutetemeka.
To get this tune, type Skiza 5580126 and send to 811.
Equip Africa College is a TVET institution accredited by the Ministry of Education and relevant professional regulatory bodies. The college, located in Kitale, is a center of excellence in healthcare training in the region. We have state-of-the-art training facilities, conducive learning environment, hostels, and highly qualified trainers. Apply now for diploma or certificate in nursing, clinical medicine, nutrition and dietetics, medical laboratory business management, procurement, marketing, or for inquiries, visit our main campus next to Kitale Museum or our Nairobi office along Moi Avenue, Union Towers, 5th floor. Equip Africa College, empowering generations through quality training.
This couple met in diaspora. They decided to move back home and make things official. Now, here is the bombshell. They found out that they were related. Wow.
well do you know your family lineage, your cousins, nephews, nieces? Orbital is here for you. Visit www.orbitalglobal.com. Orbital Global, connecting families, uniting nations.
Good afternoon from wherever you're watching. My name is Linda Lela. It's time for Newsfeed to feed you on matters news. Welcome on board. We have so much in store for you, and we kickstart right here in Nairobi as a suspended KEMSA CEO Jonah Manjari has snubbed Senate's Health and the ad hoc committee sitting that he had been summoned to appear to. Manjari said he is currently admitted at Nairobi Hospital, hence cannot honor today's summons. However, the committee wants him to provide evidence that he is sick on face sanctions. A letter on Manjari's admission to hospital has been presented to the committee, signed by one Dr. John Ngugi. Let's listen in.
Mr. Chairman, ideally under normal circumstances, the office should be answerable, but this is not a normal circumstance. It is allegations of misappropriation and theft over which the said CEO presided. So I don't think we should continue until such time as this person is available here.
Mr. Chairman, just hold on 1 second. I've gotten a chance to look at this letter. And I want to read this letter because the CEO was summoned to appear before. And summons is a court order. You're supposed to appear here. And under Article 125, when this committee sits, it has the same powers as a high court. So this letter is written to whom it may concern. If indeed this letter was genuine, it would have been addressed to the clerk of the Senate, attention made to this committee in regards to the summons. So, Mr. Chairman, this here is what we call pussyfooting. You know, we cannot allow this to proceed. We have to be clear on what we want to do, how we are going to proceed with this matter. And my view, Mr. Chairman, is that we've got to do two things. One, we have to be advised by legal under what circumstances then we can issue a warrant of arrest. We can cause, because the law allows us to do that when the witness fails to appear. And in this case, this witness is not sick. There's no evidence to support the claim. The letter is written there generally. That's why even the doctor who wrote this letter was very careful not to incriminate himself, because he's a concern. It should have been addressed to the President of the Republic of Kenya.
Noted. We've been joined by a colleague from Nyamira. Maybe can introduce himself. Senior Counsel. And Dr. Langat also. Let's start with Senior Counsel.
Yeah, Chair.
Dr. Langat. Okay. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. For the visitors, I'm Dr. Langat, a member of the COVID committee. My contribution is that we should take this one seriously. And members who fail to attend parliamentary summoned meetings, we don't want to entertain this, because it will be a tradition, and soon we shall not be having any business to deal with. Thank you.
Thank you. Is Senator Omugeni there? Maybe not.
Yeah. Let me weigh in at this stage.
Yeah.
Just like Senator Olekina, I perused this letter it's extremely ambiguous. I'm a professional. This is somebody who has come under summons to this committee, and therefore, if there was a genuine admission, we would have had a letter from the CEO, Kenyatta National Hospital, addressed the clerk of the assembly, who is under summons to come before you, because this was on Thursday, doesn't know what time it was admitted. And after that, letter should have been delivered to the clerk and produced here as an evidence that somebody indeed is sick. Upon receipt of that letter, my position would have been, yes, you cannot prevent anybody from being sick, and therefore will admit that letter as evidence for him not to appear before this committee. In the absence of that letter, and in the absence of any reasonable excuse, other than the one we've just had here today, I think, apart from adjourning this meeting without any deliberations whatsoever, let's bear in mind that we're dealing with a situation which is current. We're dealing with a situation where huge sums of money.
Now, Wajir County Assembly has embarked on an impeachment move against Governor Mohammed Abdi Mohamud. The MCAs have already tabled the impeachment motion, and the proposal lies with the County Assembly clerk for scrutiny. Isadine Haji spoke to a section of MCAs and filed the following report.
The County Assembly of Wajir has embarked on a journey to impeach the governor on various accusations. Governor Mohammed Abdi Mohamud is accused of gross violation of the provisions of the Constitution.
So far, 23 honorable MCS have actually appended the signatures. 23 out of 49, and that exceeds the third requirements.
The County Assembly of Wajir was time and again criticized by residents of the county for slacking on the delivery of their mandate. Occasionally, members of the County Assembly collided on issues they could have resolved without physical engagement. All eyes are now on the County Assembly on this big move that could in one way or another derail activities in the county.
First of all, it's allegation, then evidence against it. But this will become public after it becomes the property of the House. Before then, you will excuse us.
This is an impeachment motion. It is a procedural motion that requires steps as per the statutes provided, and it is our appeal that you wait for that time when the substantive motion will be tabled so that you'll understand better the content of it.
The impeachment motion was tabled on Wednesday. If the County Assembly clerk approved the proposed motion, the motion will be laid in the House for debate.
This is a process, and by the time an impeachment motion is coming, rest assured that all other avenues have been discussed and possibly exhausted with no possibly positive results. And that necessitated this motion to be moved at this time.
The county is now facing tough economic times, and many businesses are complaining of low income and lack of cash flow. However, amid the many challenges facing the county, the MCAs seem decided to hold the topmost seat to account. This house is the epicenter of criticism from residents concerning its functions. The big move to table a motion of impeachment on the governor could, however, pull support from locals amid an economic crackdown in the county. Isadine Haji, TV47, Wajir County.
Thanks, Isadine, for the update. Now, since the first case of coronavirus was reported in the country, many Kenyans lost their jobs and businesses were grounded. A majority of city dwellers to migrate to rural areas due to unbearable cost of living. Boniface Baraza takes a look at that.
This is Wamwini village in Kimini constituency. For majority of locals here, getting their daily bread is not easy since most of their breadwinners lost their sources of income.
Kweli sahi maisha yenyewe ni ngumu na tunapitia changamoto kubwa sana kwa kulea watoto. Kwanza hata mimi mwenyewe niko na watoto wangu wengi sana, lakini tunapitia maisha ngumu. Sasa tunaomba tu kweli tunaomba tu kama naweza tusaidia.
Locals here argue that their main source of livelihood is manual jobs, especially in farms. However, for some time their employers have ignored them, and therefore accessing basic needs is a hard nut to crack. A situation that caught the attention of Winnie Macharia, who is running the feeding program in villages.
Kwa kuwa hata mimi mwenyewe ninajua hali vile iko ngumu, hata mimi ni ngumu kwangu, ninafikiria na ule mtu kazi yake ilisimama anakula namna gani. Nikasema nijinyime siku ya leo na majirani yangu watoto wapate kitu ya kukula, na waendelee kuomba hata hao inchi isimame vizuri ndio warudi mashuleni.
Apart from that, Macharia appealed to parents to take up an active role as far as parental care is concerned.
Wazazi ninawaomba wakae macho wakiangalia watoto yao vile wanaenenda, wasikae mbali sana na watoto yao, sababu mambo ni ngumu. Mtoto hata akipewa sweet yao ndazi, unaona anafuata mtu anaenda anamdhulumu, anamuua. Mrs.
Macharia runs this program targeting street children in Kitale Town. Boniface Barasa, TV47, Trans Nzoia County.
And the long-awaited rehabilitation of the 78 kilometers railway line connecting Gilgil and Nyahururu town has officially kicked off. Launching the project, Director Philip Maiga says the 500 is part of the corporation's aim to revive the railway. The initiative comes barely a month recently launched the railway line connecting Nairobi and Nanyuki at a cost of 3 billion.
We are not evicting, we are not removing anybody as Kenya Railways. What we are doing is to add an engagement. We have commitments with the people, with the businesses, those who have built along our lines, those who are in our houses, those who are in our godowns. We are going to talk, and we are going to come up with a well-articulated process on how we engage as we revive this line.
Be concerned, since I represent the area that undertakes business in this county. We are worried as business partners, because most of us have started what we call some kiosk along the railway line.
Hii railway ikitengenezwa hapa, wale vijana na wamama na wazee ambao watapata kazi na wafanyi biashara na kutoka area gani? Area hizi zetu.
Over 60% of Kenyan men suffering from poor mental health either do not know it or are not seeking treatment. Young African Women Initiative Yahweh Executive Director Fidelis Karanja says the situation has worsened following the outbreak of a COVID-19 pandemic due to lost incomes and increased cases of gender-based violence. Yahweh has partnered with community-based organizations to roll out counseling services targeting heads of households, particularly men with low-income settlements in Nakuru. She says in the past decade, cases of suicide have crept in.
ambazo tumeweza kuzipitia hatua sasa hivi wakati wa corona. Alafu nataka kwa pesa nyingine pesa. Nyumba ulikuwa uko kwa video yako kwa ndani pale kwa njia ya tunajua kwamba wakati wa corona bibi na bwana kuweza kupigana, si ndio?
And I call upon men outside there, msijoni kama nyinyi waume sasa mmefika, that you cannot join women. Women are also stronger as men. In fact, women are more stronger than men. So that when you join with them, we can come up with something productive, something bigger, something with the vibe.
And President Uhuru Kenyatta has said that Africa needs to elevate its global partnership in search for a COVID-19 vaccine so as to ensure that African countries are not further marginalized but are positioned to be among first line of beneficiaries once a breakthrough is made. He commended Africa's special envoys for their efforts in helping the continent deal with the health and socio-economic impacts of COVID-19. President Kenyatta says The economic challenges we face require concerted multilateral effort, such as prioritizing debt cancellation.
Chair, to commend not just you, but indeed everybody for the continued good work that you are all doing. I also want to join you in warmly commending our distinguished AU COVID-19 special envoys for the detailed feedback and reports highlighted in their ongoing engagements with international partners to support Africa in combating this disease. We have to continue prioritizing our response to the pandemic and to begin working closer together for our own solutions. The economic challenges we face require concerted effort, such as prioritizing, as we have been told, and Bretton Woods